Devin Callier went into his junior season at Wisconsin with 2 Heisman trophies already under his belt, and he has the chance to make college football history with a 3rd, as he's averaging over 10 yards per carry and over 200 yards per game. Devin was dynamic in his first 2 seasons, but he was seen as more of a scat back and a special team star than an unstoppable running back. This year, all of that has changed, as he's looking like the best NFL running back prospect the league has seen in a long time, and he has Wisconsin on the verge of making the college football playoff once again. Today, we'll see if he and the Badgers can win out in their last few games, or if Devin's season and possibly career will come to an end in heartbreak. We are taking on Penn State in Happy Valley. This was one of our biggest tests of the season last year, and I would expect this Penn State defense to be one of the stingiest we played all season, but Devin gets loose on that play. Last year, we really struggled to run the ball against this team, but I feel like Devin has just elevated his game as a running back so much, so hopefully that won't be as much of a struggle today. But we've got a 3rd and 6 here running the halfback screen, and Devin just gets tripped up short of the sticks. That is a play that we probably score on going against any other defense, but we're able to pick up the first down anyways. Offense is moving the ball steady, but I'm a little bit worried about our ability to match Penn State's offense blow for blow. Devin makes a ton of space for himself here, though. That juke move continues to be insanely potent. We do have a 3rd and 1 here with Devin off the field, and we're passing the ball. Thankfully, our quarterback's going to complete that. But like I said, man, this Penn State offense is no joke. They answer right back with 7 of their own, so we need to get some points here before half. I think they do get the ball at halftime. Devin has been very effective out of the backfield thus far, but we've got a 3rd down, and coach is going with the draw here. I'm going to try to bounce that out to the outside, but there's not really anything I can do. Thankfully, defense comes up with a big stop, but we are pinned down here on our own goal line on 3rd down. Devin's going to try to bounce that to the outside, though, and somehow he is able to make magic for a 1st down. This defense has been tough, as we're just around 5 yards per carry today, but Devin is doing his best to make some plays. Dang, though, I don't know how that dude got off that block. These defenders are a couple steps quicker than what we've been playing all season, especially what we took on against Illinois last week, but this time we're loose, and right when I say that, we make the defenders look slow. Our quarterback's able to punch that in for a touchdown, but Penn State answers right back. We just cannot seem to hold on to a lead in this game, and it feels like if every drive isn't a score, we could get into trouble in this 4th quarter as we get locked down on the screen pass. So that's going to put a ton of pressure on us to pick up this 3rd down here. Thankfully, Devin is open on the wheel route. We'll take that. We continue to just move the ball slow and steady. I would like to break off a big play, but we can't get behind the sticks here. We've got plenty of room on that anyway, though. That'll be a nice 14-yard gain. It has been slower going for Devin, but he's still up over 100 yards on the day and averaging 7.5 yards a carry. And when I get these counter plays, I like to run at least one hurry up after we run it the first time, because this is our best chance to pick off a big play, but Devin is too tired to make something shake there. So we come off the field and somehow we fumble the ball, man. That is not good. Thankfully, defense gets a stop, but that could have been the game right there. It is a good thing our defense is playing so well, because this has been offense's possibly worst game of the season. This is one of those games where I feel like we're missing Devin's ability to create easy touchdowns on the special teams, as I continue to try to bounce these runs to the outside, but we can't quite get loose for that big touchdown. Devin is tired, man. He's been getting hit all day. He's used to being able to just swerve around defenders, but his teammates are going to have to help us out here. We're back on the field on 2nd and long. We at least need to get this into field goal range, but we're wide open out of the backfield. Nobody picked us up, and that's the 1st down we needed. At the very least, we should be able to get a field goal now. Hopefully we can kill a little bit of clock as well, and Devin definitely should not have stepped out of bounds there. Just not a heads up play by us, and now our quarterback's got to pick up a 3rd and 2. He's going to hand the ball off to Braylon Allen, though, for a big 1st down. I get that Devin's tired, but I really do not like that he's coming off the field for these plays. I'm worried our quarterback's going to throw a pick, but we're just keeping it on the ground right now. And on 3rd down, guess what? Coach has decided to go with a draw. Very James Franklin-esque call. Devin's going to do his best, but that's not going to go anywhere. And for some reason, our coach takes a timeout, bro. I gotta say, that's kind of baffling game management from us, man. So now Penn State has some time to try to get into field goal range. Thankfully, we're going to get Drew Aller in the backfield there. We just cannot give up a big play here. Aller's just going to chuck that up deep. This is going to be the last play of regulation, and it falls short. So we are headed to overtime for the first time in this series, I'm pretty sure. So we are going to start on defense in overtime. The Nittany Lions have a wide receiver open on 3rd down, but he drops it. So we're able to hold them to a field goal there. That is huge. One touchdown is all it takes to win this game. Our quarterback just cannot throw a pick here. But Devin is open, hits the spin, breaks a tackle, and he's down the sideline. I thought that was it. Still a very nice play. And we got to just put the ball on the ground here. Put this game into Devin's hands. We hit the hole there, put our head down, not quite able to get the touchdown. We've just got 2 yards to go, and that is gonna be an easy one. Game-winning score. We get out of there with a clutch overtime win. That was truly a tough game, man. Probably the best defense we played all season. Devin got his, but he had to fight hard for it today. All right, so after the big time win, we are back on the road in a rivalry game against Iowa. Last time we played these dudes, it was a defensive struggle, but I'm hoping that we can open things up today. Iowa usually has stingy defenses, and it looks like they're pretty good here. They're 5-3. It is, of course, a little bit painful for me to play against my favorite team with Wisconsin. I kind of feel like a traitor, but I am still going to try to get the win for Devin here. And I'm hoping that this game is more relaxing than the last. But Iowa's got us to 3rd down already with Devin on the sidelines. And we are running the classic draw play. You know that's not going to work without Devin in there. But you already know, man, Iowa is not going to score a lot of points today. If they do, it'll probably be with defensive touchdowns. We've just got to keep the ball safe and play our game here. You know we're going to break off some big plays eventually. This is another game where I don't think we're going to be able to get that 10 yards per carry. This defense just plays the run more disciplined than other teams we've seen this year. We're going to need to open it up with the passing game at some point. Coach hasn't done that yet, and Devin's just trying to fight for any space he can find. This counter play is going to set up beautifully, though. We seal the edge, and that'll be an easy touchdown. Let's go. We get on the board for what might be an insurmountable lead against the Iowa offense. It is funny, man. Obviously, this is a video game, but in real life, if Iowa goes down 7-0, the game might as well be over. I think we should be able to muster up more than 7 points against this defense, though. It's been a little bit tougher to run, but we're still establishing the line of scrimmage. Devin has just been getting tired in these last 2 games. We've already got 16 carries in the first half. I love establishing the run, but I wish we'd mix it up just a little bit more. We keep coming off the field, and bad as this offense may be, our defense is not going to get stops forever. Almost had a chance at a big play there. I do not like being backed up in our own end zone here. Thankfully, Devin's able to get loose and pick up a 1st down to give us a little bit more space. And it feels like that was kind of the play that we needed to get this drive going. If we can get some points before halftime, that'd be huge. As Devin gashes the Hawks over the middle there. We've just got 20 seconds left to get into the end zone. Devin is caught up behind the line of scrimmage, and we're going to take a sack. And we got to be careful here. I think I might just take a timeout. I did not trust the dumb AI to not run the clock out, and we're just going to have to settle for a field goal. And I told y'all it was going to happen eventually. Iowa finally gets down the field for a touchdown. We're going to have to answer here. This is very much a game with the way this Iowa defense is playing, and that was almost a pick. Iowa is able to take the lead with a touchdown. But now we might be in trouble. Devin's going to have to make a big play, and that might be it. We barely get tackled short of a touchdown. I am just a little bit concerned with the fatigue aspect of this right now. It seems like Devin's getting a touch on every single play as we get swamped in the backfield there. Now this becomes a huge 3rd down. Kinnick Stadium is rocking. We cannot punt the ball away here, but Devin gets caught up in the backfield again for a huge sack. Thankfully, defense doesn't let the Hawks extend their lead. We finally have some space up the middle there. We cut it to the outside, but Jamari Harris lights us up. We've just got to keep grinding this out, but we need a touchdown on this drive. Devin is doing his very best to get his team down the field, breaking tons of tackles, and coach is going to just keep leaning on the ground game, trying to kill a little bit of clock here too, I bet. We're able to pick up the 1st down on the counter. All right, so clock's running. This has got to be a drive. We just cannot settle for a field goal here. We need to lead on the run game in the red zone, and Devin needs to stay on the field. Coach just keeps taking us off in these key situations. All right, we're running the counter play here. Love this call. Great chance to score, and we have all the room we need. Man, if Devin had fresh legs, that was a touchdown 100%. But it doesn't matter. We're going to be able to pick it up here with the power run anyways. Absolutely crucial drive from this Badger offense. Unfortunately, Cade McNamara is putting together a little bit of a drive here, and that's a huge catch on the sidelines. Iowa is well into field goal range, and if they get a touchdown, we're really in trouble. I don't think our offense can move fast enough to pick up one of our own. We've got a huge 3rd and 13 coming up here. Iowa's in 5 wide, and they're just going to dump it off short of the sticks. Let's go. That's a big stop. The Hawks settle for a field goal with just under a minute left in the game. So it comes down to this. Can we get our team into field goal range? I was not expecting this tight of a game against Iowa today. Devin's able to get to the outside to pick up the 1st down, and I want to be aggressive here. I'm just really wary of our quarterback throwing a pick right now. We take a bad sack there. So now we're behind the sticks. Iowa's giving us a press look here, though. Low-key, we could get something going deep. Devin's open over the middle, but that is a terrible throw from our quarterback, and now the Hawks are near field goal range. Man, if he just put that ball on the money, that was a touchdown, but that was an absolute duck of a throw. We got to keep Iowa out of field goal range for 14 seconds. They probably just need to pick up around 5 yards, and they're going to get it here. All right, we need a sack on this player. We need them to mess up the clock or something. McNamara's back in the backfield, and oh, I thought that was the sack we needed. All right, so it comes down to the field goal. I'm going to sim it, and he misses it. Let's go, man. The sim cheese comes through clutch for us. All right, so we head into overtime, and Iowa is only able to muster a field goal to start it out. So we just need 7 for the win. 2 overtime games in a row, man. I did not expect this in the back half of our schedule. Thought we'd gotten all the hardest games out of the way, but Devin's going to get to the edge here for yet another game-winning touchdown. An absolutely crazy couple of games, but we get it done, keep our national title hopes alive, and escape Kinnick Stadium with a win. Very similar to last game, Devin got his almost 200 yards, but it was on 31 carries. So after two very tough games, we are taking on Minnesota in the snow. Hopefully this will be an easier day, and we're getting things started right with a cutback touchdown to the right side. Let's go. After a couple of nail biters, I feel like we're due for a blowout where we have one of those 300-yard days. We can't sleep on Minnesota because it's a rivalry game, but this defense is not the same as what we've seen the last 2 weeks. I'm hoping we can break off a lot of big plays today. One of my goals for the season was to get to 10 yards per carry, and these last couple of games have not helped out with that. We need to take advantage of when we got these counter plays and outside runs to get us out into open space. But speaking of open space, we somehow made a ton of it on the draw, and we're gonna take that to the house. That's just what I was looking for. The juke move continues to be unstoppable for Devin. You know, the last couple of seasons, I've really been worried about locking down the Heisman in the last couple of weeks, but this year it's almost no question. Devin is most likely gonna win his third Heisman trophy in a row, which is absolutely crazy to say. And you've kind of got to wonder, what is he thinking for next year? Obviously his draft stock is pretty high at this point, but he could have the chance to win 4 Heisman trophies, which would be an unbeatable record. One thing I know for sure is Devin is going to want to get a national title before his run at Wisconsin is over. Hopefully this can be the year that we do that. I don't know if this team is better than last year's team, but Devin is definitely much improved, and I think that should give us the edge in postseason competition this year. It all sort of depends on who we run into, and we're getting to the outside here, waiting for another big play, man. I know it's coming soon. Already 130 yards for Devin in the first half. Like I said, man, we are eyeing that 300-yard game right now. Devin did come off the field with about a minute left, and somehow Minnesota got the ball back and scored. So just like that, this is a close game. We might be on upset alert here. And our quarterback throws a terrible pick to the other side. I don't know what's going on. Burkett has 3 interceptions on the day. Definitely his worst game of the season. Thankfully, defense has been stepping up for us. But at this point, I don't see the reason to throw the ball at all against Minnesota. Let's just keep it on the ground, man. Devin's gonna bust off a big play eventually. This might be it right here. We shake it for a 20-yard gain. Just a couple more big plays and we might have that 300-yard game. The draws have been working much better than they did last year. Devin's just able to create space that most running backs cannot create. But we are gonna need to pick up this third down, and Devin is open out of the backfield, goes up top for a big catch, and now we can just punch it in with the ground game for an easy touchdown. Hopefully defense can get us another stop here. They do just that, and we are back in control of this game, fellas. I'm trying to turn this into a blowout so we got the chance to just pad the stats. 3 touchdowns already, and Devin is hunting for more. He hits a move to the outside, and it is a foot race down the sidelines. Nobody can catch number 7. Let's go. I'm telling you right now, a 300-yard day is in order today. We're up to 250 at an 11 yards per carry clip. We've got space again here, gashing him up the middle for a 15-yard gain. After offense has been up and down the last couple of weeks, Devin is looking completely unstoppable today. And that's a great block by my lineman. We get to the edge again, not quite able to break it loose for a touchdown, but another big gain. Just 8 more yards to get to 300. Man, we might even be eyeing 400 again. That'll put us over 300 for sure. Braylon Allen does steal our touchdown, but we're back on the field with a chance to just crush the clock, and my wide receiver makes a crazy block for me. We're gonna do way more than crush the clock. Another absolutely huge play, 75 yards to the crib, and we break Melvin Gordon's school record for rushing yards in a season. Let's go. I set my goal for 2,000 on the year, and we destroyed that. We are eyeing another 400-yard game. Mind you, man, coming into this season, I don't think we had a single 200-yard game throughout Devin's entire career. So the fact that we're at where we're at now is pretty crazy. As surprised as everyone was about coach's decision to not put Devin on the return team this year, I think it's very clear that it was the best decision for Devin's NFL future, because right now he is establishing himself as one of the best running backs in college football history, and that might be 500 on the day. I'm not sure, man. That's 84 yards. How many yards did we get? We have to have broken the rushing record again. 470 yards on the day. I don't know if that's more than we had against Illinois, but that is pretty crazy. Look at this stat comparison from last year. This is a crazy leap. People are going to be testing Devin for PEDs. So we are just 1 game away from the conference championship game. The last time we took on Purdue, we had not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7 kick return touchdowns. So we already know these dudes are slow as hell. We're going to crack it open on the first play. Against those quicker defenses like Iowa and Penn State, we might struggle a little bit, but taking on these less athletic defenses, absolutely no chance to stop us. This game has blowout written all over it. I don't think Purdue is going to stop us a single time today, as Devin hits a nasty backspin there. I'm hunting for another touchdown here. We're running a misdirection play. We're able to make that guy miss, but can't quite get loose. You could tell Devin was tired on that last play, but offense easily scores without us. This Purdue team is just not playing inspired football right now. At 4-7, they're not really playing for anything more than pride, and we are looking to take that away from them We're down the sidelines. Devin is breaking crazy tackles. This offense is going to be absolutely humming going into conference championship week. We love to see it. Devin has calmed down a little bit since that first play, but with plenty of room here, we are going to blaze down the sidelines for another big gain. Averaging like 15 yards per carry right now. Even after a couple of tough games, we are well over 10 yards per carry on the season at this point. The question is going to be, what will we do against those teams like Georgia? A team like Purdue just does not have the athletes to keep up with Devin. They're simply not fast enough to touch him. And it's sort of easy to forget right now that just a couple of weeks ago, our offense was getting locked down by Iowa. We do look like the number 2 team in the country right now. I think we're playing our best football at the right time in the season, but 24 seconds is feeling like plenty of time right now, especially when nobody is going to bump me off the line at all. We should be able to take this to the house, but that dude took a great angle on us. Just got to punch this in real quick, pad the Heisman stats just a little bit more, because our quarterback throws a great ball there. Easy money. After a couple of rough games, our quarterback is 10 for 10 today, and that'll be another big touchdown for Devin. This time the angle isn't going to help out those DBs. 75 yards to the casa. Man, what is the all-time NCAA single season rushing record? That is my question, bro, because that's what we're going for at this point. Oh man, a very rare fumble from Devin. That was a crazy animation. It's all good though. In my mind, nothing really matters except for Devin's rushing yards right now. We are averaging 20 yards per carry in this game. Some of y'all might say this is not realistic. Turn up the sliders. Nah, I don't care, man. I'm going for the most outlandish stats we can possibly get. I wouldn't want it any other way. Purdue is keeping this score too respectable right now. I want my 50 spot, man. We're down the sidelines again. You know what? Number 13, pick me up a block. I think we're going all the way to the house. Another 70+ yard run. This feels very similar to the game we played against Purdue last season because their offense is actually playing well. But in all other elements of the game, they are getting completely lit up. 22 yards per carry for Devin right now. We're looking to make that number even higher here. That's not going to help though. 5-yard rush won't cut it. We're going to need to break off another big one here. And that is going to be money. I already know this is a touchdown. Y'all can't catch me. Y'all can't catch me. Let's cut it back inside. Please don't dive tackle me. Let's go. 60 yards, man. Closing in on another 400-yard day. If we can get to 25 yards per carry this game, that would be absolutely beautiful. That's what I'm trying to see. I'm going to cut everything outside, trying to hit another big play. Down into the outside, this is what we want. Give me one block. I'm gone. I'm gone. Don't catch me. Don't catch me. Let's go. That should put our average over 25 on the day. Good night, Purdue. Another 60-point game for the Badgers. We don't get another possession, but that is a great way to go into conference championship week. We're going to be taking on Michigan State again, and our last conference championship against them was crazy. So be sure to tune into the next video to see that. Peace.